I'm speaking today in honor of my best friend in high school. His name was Rodney Kitzmiller, which would have been enough to get him made fun of. He was tall and skinny. We were active in the speech department, which is plays, theater, and kind of in the intellectual group. My high school was big enough that we had a group that kind of hung out together, and we were able to convince the school that we could have not just Christian prayers in the morning, but once a week we got to have ecumenical readings from the Bhagavad Gita or from Khalil Gibran. I loved Rodney. He was my best friend. And I didn't know when I was in high school, this was the early 60s, what gay people were. But Rodney was a gay guy. I went to college in Fort Worth, and he would come visit me often. We played guitar, sang together. But he got involved with drugs, was put in prison, and was murdered in prison. He was such a brilliant guy, interested in so many different things, and so knowledgeable. He studied Buddhism. We went to the Unitarian Fellowship in Irving, Texas. There was a little fellowship in Irving then. We went to First Church in Dallas, performed a play there, and visited. And we also visited the Unitarian Church in Fort Worth, and I miss him so much. He was discriminated against by his family, by students in school, by people that he worked with. And it just breaks my heart that his compassion and intelligence are lost to the world because of this discrimination. I was a theater major in college and knew many gay people, boys and girls, women and men. The first guy I kissed on stage became an AIDS activist in Fort Worth and is now gone too from that horrible disease. There are so many people whose lives have been interwoven with mine who were victims of this discrimination. And it's so unfair. The civil rights movement, the women's movement needs to be followed up by a total human rights movement. And that's part of what's going on now, and it does get better. But I do know that many people suffer depression because of this discrimination. They self-medicate with drugs. That's what happened to Rodney. His parents totally didn't understand him at all. They didn't understand his intelligence. They didn't understand his sexual orientation. And he needed so much love and support from family and friends. And this is in honor of Rodney.